Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. It is April 12th, not halfway through the month, but almost halfway. And we're here to talk about things and stuff that happened. Not too many things to talk about, but a lot of things that are for specific things, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Better things.
Yeah.
Hero will be here a little bit late. I haven't gotten any word from Tom though. But we'll see. But before we go into topics, how have you guys been?
Good. Been good.
Oh yeah, you got that thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh my god, that's so cool, Jax. Do it. Do the thing.
Yeah, so I'm having a good day. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
How much was that again?
His entire.
So what?
I said, how much was that again?
It was like I think like $500.
Okay.
It was like it was a cool investment though. It's just like, hey Jarvis, close mask. Yeah. Then change his eye color. Hey Jarvis, open mask.
Hello.
That's cool. I like it.
Nice.
I've been bored for hours just playing with this shit. Just absolutely no reason. Just like
You wanted to like a drive-by or a drive-through? Drive-by.
Oh, drive-by.
Because I'm black. No. It's just it's fun. It's fun to have around. I just do it when I'm bored. Like literally, like it's just like I don't know what I would do with it, like the suit and some stuff like that. It'd just be like, it's just there. It's just there in the corner of my room. It's like I can't go anywhere. Well, I almost can. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. You got your second Pfizer shot.
Yeah. So far, like the only side effects I had was like last night I had to go to bed early just because I felt like a little floaty and had a little headache. But I drink like a gallon and a half water every single day, so like I guess it didn't affect me. So like I woke up and I felt like feels like my arm's been hit with a baseball bat, but no, not anything new. And yeah, it's just chill. I feel better now. I feel great right now. So yeah.
I
cool.
got my my first Pfizer shots last Thursday. So at the end of the month, I will have my second one. Though it will be after the next podcast.
Okay, cool. You have any side effects so far?
No, my arm was just sore for a couple of days, and that's it.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty much like all it is like for that one so far from people I've talked about though. Like we've had friends like see like who I've seen post about it. They're just like, oh man, I got fucked up for a week. I feel sick and do this. And so like I've seen like several people post that. I'm just like, geez, man. You ain't built different like us, but fine, fuck. Yeah, sure.
Did you see that one video where he's got like this really buff guy who like puts an egg between his muscles and his arm and he flexes and it cracks?
Yeah,
like,
and then people.
Different.
Yeah, no, there was that video, but then like so many other people are just like, I guess I'm built different too, and then they do it so casually. And then there was like this one like stripper woman who did it, and she was just like, and she put it between her cheeks and like crushed it. It's like, I guess I'm built different too, and it's just like shit. It's funny.
That's great.
It is great.
Saber, what have you been doing?
Oh, your mom. No,
Yeah.
Working on videos, canceling videos, getting yelled at by the guy who directed 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
A
holiday classic.
It's funny because I was like, buddy, you made 8 Crazy Nights. I have nothing to fear.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Is that movie? I do want to do a deep dive into that one of these days because it's like one of those films. I talked about this before, where it's like there's something there. There's something there. Like,
It's just because it looks like the Iron Giant.
Well, it has moments where I actually feel bad for Davey.
Yeah.
But then it's like fat shit jokes. The deer eating poop, and it's like.
No, exactly. And like, because honestly, I unironically like that is a movie I will never stand up for, but I love that movie. Like it's shit, I will never stand up for it. Never once in my life stand up for it. But that is just like if I put it on, I'm buzzed out watching it.
Well, it's got it's got enough of it to like, oh, Whitey or oh, Davey. Okay, I can dig this, and it's really pretty until it's not. With it, you can just see the moments where it's like, ooh, who gave Adam Sandler the script? Like,
yeah, exactly.
People are asking, what did you do to piss him off?
It really isn't that big of a deal. Long story short, I was gonna do a video on a show called Slacker Cats, where I made a tweet being like, yeah, it's a show that was going to be stop motion. Leica worked on it. It was canceled after 6 episodes, aired on ABC Family, adult cartoon. It's a shame because someone tagged one of the producers, and I guess he directed some episodes too. And they're like, hey, you worked on this. You should talk to Saber Spark. And the guy replied being like, yeah, maybe Saber should stop being a flaming twat and or something like that. And I was like, okay, like
that's silly.
Can you tell me more then? I said, please go on. Like, I want to hear what you have to say about the show. And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay. I guess we're done here. So
we're done here, you little baby.
Yeah, whatever. Well, it's the internet. I feel like people get really defensive and their emotions take over. So
yeah.
I'd actually like to know what I'm missing because there's not much. The show's interesting. I watched all the episodes. Not like I wasted my time, but you know what's funny, guys? Though I'm right now scrambling through my brain where I'm like, what do I do? What's a backup plan? I'm going through my catalog, and I'm like, somebody said this to me yesterday, and I'm like, maybe as a big old FU, I should just do it.
Yeah.
Not Slacker Cats. I'm sorry. I don't have the time to deal with this guy. He seems like he's a whiny type, and I don't want to do that. Interspecies reviewers.
Yes,
do it.
My fave. Do it. That is my
I still haven't watched the rest of the episodes of that. Like,
you should.
Yeah.
You should. It's really good.
I just started off the video being like, I was gonna review Slacker Cats. I got yelled at, and I said, "Fuck it." Interspecies reviewers.
Yeah, do it. No, it's so good. It's so good.
How many episodes are there? I didn't even finish.
It's only 12. It's only 12. Yeah, 12 solid episodes. It's like if Monster Musume just went fully like.
And everybody has their one that they're like, oh yeah, that's the one I want to go to because yeah.
Yeah, that's my one.
Oh, hold on, let me guys.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, but that's been my week so far. It's been interesting.
Yeah.
Man,
Yes.
All right. Well, Hero's not here yet, but also, as far as like what I've been up to, I rearranged my desk so I have a different background now, so I can actually see the TV, so I can actually start streaming on Twitch again.
Right.
Been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. I've been playing that with Hero. Yeah.
You know, I just had a brain fart.
What?
I released my TMNT video, which I spent months on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was just like,
I watched it.
What have I been doing?
Yeah, that's out.
I watched the premiere.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. I hope everyone liked it in the chat. Thank you for all showed up.
Yeah, I was wondering about that glitch with the
splinter thing. Yeah. It was like 15 seconds, and it was just like what's crazy to me is like I could have swore like because I watched it prior with the Henry one. He sent me like a bootleg version. I was like, okay, yeah, everything is pretty much set. Like there was just an audio issue with Michelangelo, so I don't know what glitch there. So I'm just like, I'll put in something afterwards. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun to do. Since August 2020, I've been working on it. So it was good to finally have that out. And yeah, I covered as much as I could with reasonable stuff. And I tried to make it like entertaining but educational and not like ramble on too much stuff. Because me and Henry had these like talks back and forth, like, should I get this in there? Because like there's this whole subplot with like this little green girl who really likes this future relative. And I was just like, yeah, no, I just cut that out. So yeah, I just tried to do what I could. So yes, thank you everyone who watched it and came to the premiere. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's Jax's Mega TMNT video. Yeah, I guess just type Mega TMNT video and it should show up on YouTube.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Anyway, I guess we'll go on to topics. Since Hero isn't here at the moment, we'll go on to one of the big reviews here, and that is Godzilla VS Kong.
Yep.
Too bad Tom's not here.
Okay.
Yeah, too bad.
Is Tom showing no life of joining us here?
He did the thing he did last week. He's not responding.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything back from him.
All right, Jax, it's up to you and me, not Paleo.
Oh. All right.
You want to do like a non-spoiler thing and then a spoiler thing?
What?
Sure.
Because there is a major thing, a major character that shows up that is
Godzilla eats ass. He eats ass.
Yeah,
he does. All right, he does. He takes a good old bite out of it, sticks that tongue in there. What I'll say before any spoiler stuff, fun movie like The Daylight. I talked about it in depth with Saber and Tom on Squadzilla, our other podcast. You can go check out the channel for our full unrated review on that. There's Hero. So anyways, I thought for the most part, rewatching it, it's one of those movies where it just like, it knows what it is. It's not taking itself overly serious. There are some things you can, if you like really want to like pinpoint, like that was an issue, that was an issue, that was an issue. You most definitely can, but you're just here to see a fucking giant nuclear dragon fight a giant monkey. And that's what you get. You get it in daylight, you get it in the water, you get it on cities, you get it like them. You do all this awesome stuff. Like it's pretty fucking a fun time. Not anything like, oh my god, this is going to be the next Citizen Kane, a fucking Godzilla movie. It was just like, nah, it was a fun time.
Yeah,
it was a fun time.
I was gonna say I saw Pan tweet about it and said like it's like the movie's 2 hours, but it doesn't really feel like 2 hours. Because like it with other movies like Godzilla vs Kong, there's always that moment with the humans where it feels like there's too much of it, but there's like no, there was like just enough of like the fighting and the humans in this to where I didn't mind the human parts that much, because it was kind of like silly at a lot of times, and it's like I don't care what's going on. A lot of the things that happen with the humans are like that doesn't make sense, but okay.
yeah. Pretty much, yeah. There's just like, I'll say this, like I won't spoil the thing, but like I like how there is a definitive winner. Like I'll say that. That's all I say.
Yeah, there is a definitive winner.
Yeah, it didn't pull no fucking Freddy versus Jason or Alien versus Predator or fucking Batman v Superman bullshit and shit like that. It was just like, nope, there you go, winner, clear cut, no debate. So that was good. I like that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
So, say your thoughts on the movies before we go into the spoiler part of it.
I liked it. It was dumb fun. That's the most important thing. It's funny how much, because of COVID, which delayed its release, and then it following like the decline of cases of COVID and things reopening, I feel like Godzilla vs Kong is like the first real theatrical movie to go, hey, doors are open, let's go.
Yeah, it actually made more money on its opening weekend than King of Monsters did.
Which really goes to show you, like, it makes me wonder about overseas and what their audiences thought. I guess they liked it, because I think they had, 250 million overseas? Yeah. And it's hard to really calculate the success on HBO Max with what they measure as success. But that all being said, from a critical point of view, it was big, fun, stupid monster fights, and that's all that matters. That was the most important thing. If they dropped the ball there, then it's like, it sucks. But it's like, no, we have stupid humans. Okay, that's expected. Okay, we have some dumb logic. Okay, whatever. But monkey fight and lizard, we got that. And that's all that matters ultimately.
Mm-hmm. Wait, something happened. Saber, can you speak?
Hello.
Okay, yeah. my Discord paused for a minute, so it looked like you were delayed in your voice. But yeah, Godzilla vs Kong, it's a lot of fun. It's on HBO Max. You can watch it, but we're gonna go into spoilers because there is like a big major character that shows up. I don't know if he was in the later trailers because I know he was like hinted at one of the trailers, but anyway, I'll go into spoilers now. So if you don't want any spoilers for Godzilla vs Kong and you haven't seen it yet, mute the stream and I will take down the spoiler tag after we're done talking about it. So.
Yeah.
Mechagodzilla. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's funny? It was hilarious to me is after all these years that the Godzilla franchise, or just like movie franchises in general, do not know they continue to spoil their movies with action figures. Like they fucking had this giant Mechagodzilla action figure, and it's just like, okay, well, now I know exactly what it looks like. It's like that whole thing back in 98 when the Godzilla trailers for that 98 Zilla movie came out and they were just like hiding him in all the trailers. But then you go to the store and you see all the action figures of him and it's just like, oh, so that's what it looks like. It's hilarious when things do that. Or like Avengers even did that with certain characters and other stuff, or Terminator too. And so that was hilarious to me. I'll say this, Mechagodzilla's design, we talked about this on Squadzilla, but I personally didn't care for the design they chose for this version of Mechagodzilla. It just looks, I don't know, I just like the fucking clamps and then the weird shit that look on his face and the spine and like they have different ones that I really love. Like I really love this one from Kiru, which is from one of the well, I could say mid 2000 movies, stuff like that. That looks just fucking badass. I love that design. I love the fight scenes and the choreograph of the fight scenes of just like, okay, yeah, the fact that so many people were hyping up like, oh, well, Kong beat his ass in the trailer, so he gonna whoop that ass in the movie, and Godzilla's like, bitch, all right, okay, you want to play it? You want to fucking play it? And he just like mollywomped him twice. Like he had to get saved. Like I love how it's just so definitive. It's like the first fight. It's in Godzilla's turf, so no wonder he's gonna win.
Yeah.
But also Kong,
Kong and the humans, they had to act dead.
Yeah, they had to act dead. Oh God, I would say, it was like, yeah, he clearly won round one. Or then like in round two, where he's like, oh, I have to use a piece of one of Godzilla's species to fight him and beat the shit out of him. And then it's just like they literally played it out as like a fighting game with like the health bars, which I'm excited for because there's this whole YouTube channel which takes fights from movies like that and puts health bars to it. So if they do that, they can literally just say like round one over, round two over. So
nice.
I am excited for that. So that's going to be hilarious. And then like, round three, it was just like Godzilla. It was literally what would happen if a bear fucked with a gorilla. He just fucked that shit up. Just like, what are you doing? He scratched the chest, threw it around. Like, I loved it. That was great. And I love
action was so much faster.
Yeah, I've never seen Godzilla move that fast in these movies. Like he was like moving super fast as shit. It was crazy.
Well, compared to like 2014 or King of Monsters, where it's like kind of like because their big bodies hitting each other, and you feel the weight behind their movement and their attacks and stuff. Here, it's like no, we sped it up, and I wouldn't say it was like Pacific Rim 2 was Transformers fast. This one was fast, but it still felt like they're big kaiju smacking each other. So there's still like the weight to their hits. Like, I'm going to attack you. There was a scene where like, wait, so we are in spoiler territory?
Yeah, we are in spoiler.
When Godzilla showed up, Godzilla like sprinted. He was like, it's like, whoa, Godzilla, I didn't know you
was like,
that fast.
That's what I saw in like fucking Florida or whatever. Where you attacked the Apex facility.
Yeah. Exactly. I love that. Like that whole concept of him just like sensing it. Cause like I know when we first watched it, we were like making assumptions like, oh, is this a fake Godzilla? Like in the original Mechagodzilla movie where Mechagodzilla's in Godzilla skin, but I was like, oh no, like you're building it. He's just pissed off doing around. Like, what the fuck is that noise? Where the fuck is that ape? Like, where is that motherfucker? He didn't bow to me. Where the fuck is that clown? I love that shit where he's just like looking around and like how petty he is. Cause it literally is just like it's literally like Kong was just sitting there minding his business, eating banana trees, and then Godzilla just walked up. Oh, so I'm a bitch? And it's just like, what? No, it's like, no. So you want to fucking go? You want to smoke it? Okay, yeah. So all right, yeah. And it's just like, what the fuck? I don't want no beef with you. Like, what? I thought it was smart though that they made Kong the main.
Like when he's in Hong Kong and he like does his atomic breath on the ground and just making a hole in the earth, towards the hollow earth. To like yell at Kong is like, bitch.
Yeah, bitch, what are you doing? Like, it's the same. It's just like, so how far does your atomic breath go to the hollow? Because there's like so much shit like that. Because like for me, my biggest thing is like, okay, so hollow earth thing, whatever. He like Godzilla makes a fucking portal that goes down to this side and this like, didn't it take you like this many miles to get there? Okay, whatever, fine, whatever. The main thing with me in all this stuff, like I don't care like the suspension of disbelief, as you will. It's when they get to the Godzilla place and then all of them just go out of the spaceship without like their helmets and shit on. I'm just like, what the fuck are you? What's wrong with you?
That is what bothered me about Alien Revenant or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, the most recent one, the
most recent one, like Alien Revenant. Like, oh, they're going to go to this completely new planet, not put on like helmets or anything. It's like, the fuck, like you don't know what this there.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Galaxy Quest. It's like, is there air? You don't know. You fucking hold his breath.
Well, it's interesting because there's that scene where Godzilla shoots a hole in the ground, and Kong like just jumps or climbs.
Yeah, he climbs up.
But then when they went through that weird portal in the Antarctic, it's like there was a literal portal. So I'm like, wait, how did that work? I don't know.
I don't know about the Hollow Earth thing. I just know is the gravity's like really different there compared to the rest of the Earth. But yeah.
So I thought like once they went through it, it was like some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. It's like, oh, it's gonna be 20 times gravity on this planet. If you go in there.
Alien
Just
Covenant,
like, what?
not Revenant. Why was I thinking Revenant?
Oh,
I just
okay.
like the Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah.
It's a sequel.
Yeah. The goal. The Revenant. The fucking bear jumps through the hole. Yeah.
But anyway, any other spoiler things to talk about? Because they didn't really reveal anything more. That would be for like future movies.
It was Godzilla. I mean, it was Ghidorah, which I thought they should have had like a brain in a jar instead of just his skull.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, oh, the neurons in the skull is able to possess the mecha. I was like, okay, look, all right, I'm suspending my disbelief for this fucking giant monkey versus dragon fight. I don't buy that fucking Bones can possess a giant mecha robot to fight this thing. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I just need, show me a brain. Like, all you had to do was show me a brain in a jar. Then my stupid ass would just be like, oh, yeah, I get it. It's like crying from Ninja Turtle. It's just like, whatever. It's just like, there. But no. Stupid.
All right.
Silly.
I'm going to remove the spoiler tag here. So, so that's it
Watch
for,
it. It's
for
fun
spoilers. If you want to watch Godzilla vs Kong, it's on HBO Max for a couple more weeks, I think. And it's still in theaters.
Only a couple more weeks? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's it's going to be on there for like 30 days. Just like the other movies.
Oh, okay. I've been watching that shit every day, so shit. Okay. Yeah.
So let's see. Next thing, because we won't go over everything here. Elliot from Earth, I have not watched that yet. I might do a video on it though. It's from the same people who did The Amazing World of Gumball. And then I don't want to talk about Invincible yet until it's done, because there's only like a few more episodes left.
Yeah. Well, how many episodes are there?
There's 8 in total that are coming out.
Okay, yeah. 8 in total. Okay, yeah. Because like I know, for me, I mentioned it last time. Like I'm just a colossal fan of like the comic and stuff like that. So I was like wondering like how long this was gonna go for. Because like from what I've seen so far, like there's a bunch of stuff where I'm just like, oh damn, progressive. I like that. All right, going at it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Invincible's really good. It's I think it's one of the only animated shows in a long time, because I think Jax, you said that the last time there was an animated show that had like an hour length episode like as a regular thing was like Spawn on HBO.
Yeah, I think like Spawn, like even Spawn, I look back at it because like I remember I watched the DVD and it was like an hour 90-minute thing. I think those were even like 20 minutes too. Okay. When like you go back and watch them. Like I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
on
because like all of these Invincible episodes are like 45 minutes, and I'm like, I've never seen an animated show do this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the only time they do it is like specials,
right?
And it's just like, okay, yeah, I guess every episode's a special, so yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about Invincible because it's not done. Talks about Invincible.
Yeah. but yeah,
it too.
But yeah, it's good. We'll talk about it once it's done. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm not sure if I want to talk about it yet because there are like 2 more episodes left, and
yeah, so 2 more episodes. Yeah, so we can just talk about the series as a whole when that's done. True that. Like it's literally like by the time we come back to the next episode, it'll be done.
Right.
No, wait. I'll have like 1 episode, right? 1 episode.
No, it'll be done. Because this week is episode 5, and next week's episode 6, and then the POS podcast. And then there was a Hotel Transylvania short that came out, but I have not watched it yet.
They got rid of Adam Sandler's voice. He's not voicing Drax anymore.
Really?
He's not voicing them. Like
they got a really good imitator though.
Yeah.
Then there's a couple of video game things here. Oddworld Soulstorm. I downloaded that on the PS5.
Yeah, how is that?
It's pretty good. I do not think you would like it though. Because there is a lot of stealth.
You're right.
Yeah, because like Oddworld does have a lot of that where you're kind of like hiding from enemies and then like trying to possess them.
Okay.
And also it's technically a remake of the second game in the series. Just like Oddworld New and Tasty was like a remake of the first game in the series. But it's good. I've been enjoying it. but the levels are long, like especially if you're not quite used to that kind of gameplay, which I haven't played something like that since the PS1.
Yeah.
Like each level is like at least an hour to like get through.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, that's too long.
Like the one that I just went past, it took me an hour and 50 minutes to go through the level. Luckily though, there are checkpoints like everywhere, so you can stop playing and just go through a checkpoint or whatever. And then Prime 2D. I'm sad that Tom isn't here because I think he would like to talk about it. But yeah, I remember seeing this back in like 2004 on a Metroid fan forum about these people who are going to make a 2D version of Metroid Prime, and they released a demo after like 15 years. And it's really, really good, and I'm afraid Nintendo's gonna take it down.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, like it's because it's not a direct one-to-one thing of Metroid Prime in translating it into 2D. They do some things that are quite different, but make a lot of sense. And it makes me so sad because I'm like, this is never going to be finished because Nintendo's just gonna strike it down.
Nintendo's gonna find. Yeah, it's like whenever you work on something that's like Nintendo adjacent, it's like don't post it
until it's done. Yeah, unless it's secretly
Yeah.
done and they just put out the demo to I don't know because it's like it's been 15 years. I mean they've been working on it for free though, so
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. Prime 2D. If you're a big fan of
nice.
Metroid, download it and give it a playthrough. It's interesting because it actually uses like keyboard and mouse controls where your mouse aims around the screen. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right, next thing. Trailers. I haven't watched all of these. There's a Rick and Morty season 5 trailer that came out. I haven't watched that yet, but I am going to watch the show. Did any of you see the season 5 trailer?
For Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
I've not.
No, I haven't.
No,
I haven't seen. I still haven't finished season 3. I need to finish season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah. I have not finished season. I can't remember like what made me stop watching for a second. I can't remember, but yeah, I haven't finished season 3 yet.
Yeah. There was Star Wars: The Bad Batch, which is the next
Clone Wars thing.
Yeah. That's coming out on Disney Plus, which I believe is coming out next month. I think it is.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then Yasuke. Yeah, Yasuke. This looks really interesting.
Yosuke.
Yeah. It's basically a black samurai.
Oh, I like that automatically because I'm obligated to.
But yeah, that's premiering later this month on April 29th on Netflix. It's like a Netflix anime. There was another trailer for Loki, which that comes out in June, I think.
Right.
Then there is Jupiter's Legacy. What? I forgot what this one's about because I think I watched this trailer, but I completely forgot what it was about. I'm muted here on stream, so they don't. Jupiter's Legacy, yeah. Oh yeah, this other like it's another more gritty-ish like take, like The Boys or Invincible, like on like a superhero like franchise. But that's like Netflix's version of it, I guess. Yeah, that's what that was about.
Right.
There's a few new trailers for some movies we already know about. Mitchell's vs. the Machines. which is coming out soon. That comes out at the end of this month. Then Spirit Untamed, which is coming to theaters.
That's interesting.
Yeah, right. Like,
yeah, it's like to theaters. Like,
you sure? Like even without COVID, it's like you sure?
yeah. Even without COVID, it's like this is gonna be your next big DreamWorks movie, okay.
I wonder if that's if there's something to it that we're missing. Like they're like, oh, the theaters are opening back up. Put it in theaters. So maybe. Also, I think Spirit has done better than I expected. Like there's the original Spirit, which I remember seeing back in the day and being like, it's okay. It's beautiful.
Fine.
It's beautiful. James Baxter. But it there was something about it where I'm like, it's really good, but not like stupendous. And maybe it's because I wasn't too invested in the characters, or at least I wasn't like, wow, I love these characters.
The horses don't talk. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. I got mad as a kid watching that. Yeah. I got so mad as a kid watching that movie.
Did that one feel like they were trying to do the same thing with Phil Collins and Tarzan, but with like their music?
Ryan Adams or whatever.
Here's Ryan Adams, yeah.
That's the only song I remember.
Yeah, right. I like the one where like the horse is being dragged off, and it's like, don't, never gonna give it up, or something like that.
Right,
or is that like acid? I don't know. But yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is that Spirit seems to be doing quite well with little girls. Who would have thought that little girls liked horses?
Yeah.
Certainly not us. We didn't know that.
We're strong men. We don't know these things.
Exactamundo.
There's a few other movie trailers here before we get to some of the big ones we can talk about. There was another one for Black Widow. That's still coming out in July in theaters.
That movie still is not out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Then Cruella. The new trailer for that. It's so weird.
Who cares about Cruella?
Then Ghostbusters Afterlife, which had a new trailer. It had like mini Stay Puft marshmallows.
I don't give a fuck about the Stay Puft. Where's my Ecto-Cooler? Give me my fucking Ecto-Cooler. Hey, you listening? Ghostbusters, Ecto-Cooler now. Thank you. I'll buy it. Supply and demand, bitch.
Yeah.
God.
There's so many movies that are like gonna come out this year that I was like, oh yeah, those were supposed to come out last year. like with the Ghostbusters thing, I was like, oh yeah, they were gonna make one of those.
Well, like fucking Venom has been like pushed back every day, like, every month. It's like,
tell me that little Stay Puft marshmallow isn't just Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is definitely what they're doing.
It's kind of.
It's kind of. No, like I agree with Saber because it's just like, okay, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like for the original, that was like a big toy. Like my uncle used to tell me, like, yeah, that shit was like, it was hard to get that around Halloween. I mean, or like just an action figure for it because it was this big ass figure, or like the stuffed animals were that they like. He said like when he was growing up watching it, like that was like a very hot figure to get. So like it would be like make sense to just be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's bring back Stay Puft. Like everyone loves Stay Puft, everyone remembers Stay Puft. So yeah, like that'd be crazy. Stay Puffed.
And we got a couple of other trailers here. We'll end on the big one. The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, baby. Shark. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about anything.
King Shark looks great. I love him.
I just want to see fucking Sylvester Stallone voice of Shark. I don't give a fuck with the news. I just like King Shark, voiced by Rambo. That cracked me up. That's all I need. I don't care about anything. I just want to see that. And nom nom. Yeah. Maybe I'll buy a bottle, maybe I won't.
But yeah, it looks like it'll be fun. I'm excited for it.
I trust James Gunn. Yeah, I trust James Gunn. He's a good guy. Yeah.
It's weird because like I don't know what they're doing like with like their universe stuff anymore. It's like they're just doing like whatever, just make a movie.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm so confused like how they're going about it, because like I know this Suicide Squad, because like Harley Quinn and which was renamed Birds of Prey, was clearly a sequel to Suicide Squad, but they had absolutely no Jared Leto in that shit. They were like, fuck him. Fuck that. You burn that shit. We don't just draw him as a cartoon character. Draw him as this, just show him from behind. And so like now it's like, okay, freaking Margot Robbie, she kills it as Harley Quinn. She's great as Harley Quinn. This is her character. She was like, it's like some Robert Downey Jr. level stuff with her, where she just nails the mannerisms for the character, like from the comics and all this other stuff and other cartoons. So good on her. But like, so it makes sense why DC wants to keep her around. But then like, you know, with their other universes, it's just like, okay, they got a new Batman coming out, and it's just like, they still haven't done this multiverse thing yet they want to do. Cause like originally, like, I don't know if they're still doing the Flashpoint thing, because like of all the Ezra Miller shit of like him like attacking that woman, because I don't know, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I have no idea what they're doing. So just reboot, man. Just reboot.
They have no idea what they're doing.
They don't.
They wanted to be Marvel. The Marvel completed itself, and then COVID happened. And they're like, what are we doing? Like, here's Joker, here's Justice League Snyder Cut, and now here's.
And now the Snyder Cuts want more, and then like after like numbers came out, they're like, you know, the Snyder Cut didn't actually get as many views as they thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, does it feel like it wasn't justified?
Yeah, like it's like it didn't get as many views as like that would justify them continuing that like direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but again, like even though we, you know, say like, oh, we enjoyed the Snyder Cut for what it was, we can all look at it objectively, and it's still like it's not like no fucking Infinity War. It's not no fucking like Civil War.
I was taken aback when I saw. I was like, this is on the top 250. Okay.
It's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, there's a lot of shit that gets on the top 250 that is not deserving of it. So.
Yeah, because the freaking I'm sorry, Hero. Mainstream conventional people are always like watching it.
You know what's interesting is that actually I was cracking up at. I've been looking through TikTok just because I have morbid curiosity. I was like, what's this about? Why is it so popular? And I'm scrubbing through it, and I'm like, I get it. The algorithm figures you out. And it definitely seems to be preying on boomers and zoomers.
Yeah.
And there was one you see that it's kind of crafty actually, where, and I'm going somewhere with this, where they're like, this is what it's like to work in a McDonald's. And I'm like, motherfuckers, you guys are trying to advertise. Like, there's so much secret advertising in it, such as the Monster Hunter movie, where that is a dragon flying around attacking some tank, and the captains are like, wow, this is so cool. Check it out. And I'm like, this looks fucking awful.
It is. It's terrible.
Wait, are they trying to hype up the Monster Hunter movie on TikTok?
When can video game movies be good?
Never.
What's gonna happen?
Never, absolutely not.
It is.
Well, Combat, because let me tell you about Mortal Kombat.
I mean, we'll see. It does look fun.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
the
maybe
new one. Yeah.
No, the old one is the greatest video game.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong. It's opinion. I can have an opinion, and 98 million people agree with my opinion. Majority. Yeah.
I'm still
It was crazy how many people love that first movie, though. It was crazy.
Still the opinion that Detective Pikachu is the best one, and that's still like a 6 out of 10.
Nah. Detective Pikachu is mid.
It is mid.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm still surprised if people do think Sonic the Hedgehog is better than Detective Pikachu LS Mark.
That's like the second best, but it's not better than Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that it's the second best because he did that thing.
Hey,
I hate that thing.
does Sonic have the Mortal Kombat theme? Which is most like I can't say it. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so the last trailer, Space Jam.
Yeah, my baby, my beautiful baby. Who, you know, let me talk about Lola for a second, because like everyone's giving Lola shit because she looks like Slappy Squirrel, and Slappy Squirrel is a fucking baddie. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. She was hot too, and so originally I had seen a bunch of posts that Kat Sowsey was reprising her role as Lola Bunny, and so like I this is all speculation. This is
I heard that too.
Yeah. So I originally heard that, but then I saw the design change, and then it was just trending everywhere. They're like, "Oh my god, Lola looks like fucking shit. She looks ugly, blah blah blah," and all this bullshit. And so like I feel like them going, all right, who's someone we could bring in this level? Everyone loves Zendaya. Literally majority of the freaking people love Zendaya. Like she's just everywhere. Everyone has like a good opinion of her. So like, oh, let's get her to voice it. You just go in the studio, record the lines and do that. And that's what I feel like why she's voicing Lola now, just to make the character more lovable in certain regard. Again, this is all hypothetical. I don't know, but like, yeah, that is, I'm excited for it. Like it's freaking Ready Player 1, 2. Ready Player 2.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Though I have a feeling with all those characters that they showed in the background, they're just going to be like cameos. They're in the audience, and that's it. Kind of like at that part in the original Space Jam, where you see a lot of characters going towards the stadium, and you can point out some that are like cameos from Looney Tunes. So this seems like it's just cameos from the Warner Brothers universe.
No. So did you all see the leaked script for what Space Jam could be? Like what might
I did.
Well, did you read the part about how there's supposed to be different teams, like a bracket leading up to the final match?
Oh no, I did not see that.
Yeah. There's one with like the Silver Age horror monsters, like the vampire, the werewolf.
What?
There's one with like the war boys from Mad Max play. There's one team with gremlins. And I'm like, please be true.
God.
I need this. I want to see
that would have been great.
Double dribbling. I want to see Immortan Joe dunk on LeBron James and knock him down and be like, mediocre, and walk away. Like, I need this in my life. So, yeah. I really hope that's what happens. If it's just one game with a bunch of these characters watching in the background, which, you know what? Here's the thing, though, Paleo. I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not. I hope I'm wrong. But man,
give me this. Yeah, somebody pointed out in the chat, said it's just funny how they removed Pepe Le Pew, yet they had the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange in the background.
Yeah. Silly.
A movie that has an actual rape scene in it.
You went best, a Game of Thrones planet. So
yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird point of fighting, in my opinion. Like, really? Just whatever.
Yeah.
Where are the Cartoon Network characters, though? Where?
Still. Man, they're too busted. If you have Ben 10 on your team, it's over, dude. It's a wash.
Because they have also those Hanna-Barbera characters. Like, where's the Cartoon Network? Where's the Cartoon Network?
For the
planet?
boomers. Yeah. Yeah, have Dexter come in like, let me get in my robot and fucking dunk on these.
Like I want to see the Powerpuff Girls there.
Yeah, that'd be cheating though. They fucking just fly.
Put them against the Justice League.
Oh yeah, that would be good. I actually want to see that. Who would be their other two then? LeBron and the Powerpuff Girls and Bugs. LeBron, the Powerpuff Girls, and Bugs versus the Justice League. Yeah. There we go. That'd be good.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. Speaking of Powerpuff Girls, there's a lot of news about Powerpuff Girls that came out for the live action series.
Soon? Like, isn't it coming out soon?
No, not coming out soon. Yeah. They've just been filming, so a lot of stuff has been coming out about it.
Yeah, so I guess I can finally admit this. I've been keeping this secret for a while, but I'm a stunt double on the Powerpuff Girls show for Buttercup. So you've seen that outfit of me and Buttercup's outfit. It was completely me on the show. They're actually really nice people. The actress who plays Bubbles, sweet girl, very nice. The whole staff, craft services, amazing. So it's going to be a good show. Good show, definitely. All the day.
Y'all, Eli, damn.
Actually congratulate me like, wow, I didn't know you were doing that. I felt so bad.
Filming began. An official image came out that was different from what we saw online. Because first online there was like some photos of them like in the classic suits. And then there was a video of like Blossom like taking off on like a wire for filming. And though people are speculating now that might be like a flashback or something, because there's an official image that came out of them like in like blazer jackets or whatever, and like a new like clothing design. So that might be what they're normally wearing in that official image.
Yeah, it's probably a flashback.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe the suits that they're wearing in like in that other image is like, oh, that's what they're wearing when they're doing superhero stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it is a CW show.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Though there's a couple of things that came out. Donald Faison, I think that's how you say his last name. The guy who plays Turk on Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's playing Professor Utonium. Apparently, Professor Drake Utonium.
Yeah, you know why? Because Buttercup's black, and we gotta have a black parent because you can't just have one black kid going around. Okay, I'm just saying what it is. That's what it is.
But you created them, so why would the race matter?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what that's their mindset with it. I'm just telling you. Okay. No big deal to me. I mean, I don't care either way. Like, I think this show is going to be either glorious, like, to fail or glorious to succeed. So yeah. I'm just interested in seeing it. And then the fact they got Tom Kenny back to be the narrator, that's interesting to me because it's just like, what tone are you going for? Like, is he going to be all serious?
So another thing here is they have Nicholas Podani has joined the role as JoJo. Not Mojo Jojo, like Joseph Jojo Mondale Jr.
JoJo. like Joey Joestar.
Yeah, like a Joe Star. That'd be great.
Yeah, Joe Star. Exactly.
But yeah, it says he has joined the pilot in the role of Joseph Jojo Mondale Jr. As a kid, the nerdy, power-hungry, insecure JoJo was obsessed with the Powerpuff Girls, despite his father's grudge against them. As an adult, JoJo finds his sweetness and rage in a constant battle. So I'm guessing they're just saying Mojo Jojo's not a monkey. It's just another human character.
I swear to God, he's black. I swear to God.
No,
He better not be.
Nicholas Podani is white.
Yeah, that's good. That's right. He better be. Oh shit!
I can't wait for this to be like JoJo in the movie. I'm like, oh my God,
JoJo, how could you do this? Oh,
like,
is he gonna talk the same way?
But yeah, and then we have Robin Lively playing Cerebellum.
Oh.
And then Tom Kenny reprising his role as the narrator, which that does give me a little bit of hope. Just being Tom Kenny as the narrator, making me think that this isn't going to be completely serious.
No, yeah, I'm wondering like how they're gonna do that. Like
completely serious. How could
unless
it?
he's like some freaking noir song is like, yes, Buttercup walked into the room and then she sat down and she just admired her old. It's just like, I don't know, some bullshit. Just like,
has Tom Kenny been in a serious thing? Like, has he acted in a serious thing?
In a serious thing?
He's voice acted in like thousands of things. So I feel like
in something, right?
Yeah, he's probably been in something like serious.
Like, I'm not gonna like that serious. Like Adventure Time is like he plays a serious character and then you find out they're serious like sort of later. I'm talking about like just no mistaking. This is a serious show. Like, I mean, look at this.
I don't know.
Look at it behind the voices.
Like whenever I think of him, I think of just silly.
He was in Primal.
He's good at being silly, but
they don't talk in. Yeah, but they don't talk in
Primal.
Primal.
They don't talk Primal.
How is he in Primal? If they don't talk
well, he does.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the Powerpuff Girls news we have so far. So we know some new cast members, and we know what it's kind of gonna look like at the moment. It's kinda. All right, on to some other news, and then we go to Q&A. Blue Sky Studios has officially shut down like a couple days ago. Unfortunate for them. They weren't able to find anybody for Nimona. I don't think that movie's ever going to be made.
Damn.
Yeah.
It'll pop up in like 2040 or something.
Yeah. But it's unfortunate. You can still see some of their movies. Some of their movies are actually on Disney Plus. Still, I'm very disappointed in Disney not like utilizing them. For like some other projects. It's like they took the Ice Age property. It's like, we're gonna make stuff with this. This is ours now. You go die now. But yeah, like Ferdinand, the Peanuts movie. I think both Rio movies are on Disney Plus. I could be wrong about that. I think it might just be the first one right now. But I know that Ferdinand and the Peanuts movie are on Disney Plus, and I think so is Epic. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, the thing about Space Jam we just talked about earlier with Zendaya voicing Space Lola in Space Jam. This one's interesting. Leica, the stop motion studio, is making their first live action movie.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's called 17.
Is it a sequel to 16?
Oh no, it's how much money they're gonna make from their film.
Oh no. But yeah, it's based on a novel that they're gonna be making it. So it'll be interesting seeing like a mainly just like an animation studio go on to make a live action thing. We'll see how it turns out.
That's interesting.
There's an animated movie based on Peeps in the works.
God.
The
What are
marshmallow.
I feel like everyone liked Peeps for like a second, and then everyone was like, "Wait a minute, these are awful."
What are
all
Peeps?
collectively, they're the sugar. They're sugar candy that look like
they're just marshmallows with like sugar on it.
I don't know what this is. I need to look it
You
up.
haven't had
Wait,
Peeps?
you haven't had
No.
a Peep? The Easter candy? They come around every Easter.
They usually, I don't know, like I had them in like middle school or something.
Marshmallows.
Yeah, Peeps
Let me
marshmallows.
s-
Have you never had them?
You've never had these?
Oh, I've seen these things before. I've never eaten them though. I have no
They're-
idea what-
It's just
They're-
like a marshmallow, but even sugarier.
Oh yeah, I don't like marshmallows like that. Like I don't like yeah. So that would probably be a for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes. It better release around Easter if
Yeah,
it wants to make any money.
exactly.
So Netflix has bought the rights to a sequel to Knives Out for $400 million.
Oh damn.
I still haven't seen Knives Out. I need to watch that.
I do not know what that is.
It was a movie that came out in 2019. A lot of people liked it. It made quite a bit of money.
Mystery comedy? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Then Cartoon Network Studios Europe, which they're responsible for like Gumball and some other things. They have rebranded itself as the Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe. So they're basically using Hanna-Barbera as their name now in Europe for that Cartoon Network Studios.
Which is interesting, right? It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to say like reviving an old name, but you know what I mean. It's like Hanna-Barbera. When you think of Hanna-Barbera, you think of
Like Yogi, Scooby-Doo.
Hanna-Barbera,
Yeah,
right? Like the 70s stuff, right?
Yeah, 60s, 70s.
Yeah. And then they just kind of like they've always been here, but they like died off, right? Until sort of like right now. So yeah, it's interesting that they decided to use that name. I'm not really sure why. Did they explain why ever?
Let me see the article here, because I think it was because like they just wanted to differentiate themselves. Let's see. It says there are a few names in the animation industry that elicit such reverence and joy as Hanna-Barbera. It is an enormous privilege to be expanding our EMEA studio in the name of one of the most prestigious and beloved brands in animation history. So yeah, it seems like it's just like inheriting the name, which is interesting. But they are working on the Gumball movie coming to like HBO Max soon.
Oh, cool.
Let's see.
God, Saber's house is dark. Oh my goodness.
What?
Xavier's house is so dark.
What?
I was just looking at you on the stream, and I looked at you walk into your room and turn off the lights in the hallway. I'm like, oh, it's like pitch black. Oh my god.
Oh, money doesn't grow on trees. We're saving power.
Got my lights on over there.
Then let's see. The next thing, Netflix. They're going to be the exclusive post-theatrical streaming home for Sony Pictures. So anything that Sony makes theatrically is going to be going to Netflix and not other streaming services.
So that's seems pretty smart. Because at this
Yeah.
point, I feel like all options are running out. So it's like, just hitch your wagon to Netflix.
Yeah, because like Paramount's got their own thing now. They said that like their movies are going to be going to Paramount Plus after they're in theaters. Like HBO Max, you know, they're doing that whole thing. Which, by the way, that was another thing here, where the deal for HBO Max and Warner Brothers, the whole theatrical thing, that's ending in 2022. Like this whole thing for 2021, where they're doing like same day streaming and theater release, was just for this year because of the pandemic. Like it's not going to be going forward, which makes
the
sense.
HBO Max movie thing.
Yeah.
So theaters are coming back then.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They should.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they should. Yes, right.
But yeah, Sony going to Netflix makes sense. They did have their own streaming service for a little bit, but it was like a free one called Crackle, but they don't even own the rights to that anymore. So yeah, their movies like going to Netflix just makes sense. Which that includes Spider-Man. Like the new Spider-Man movies are going to be going to Netflix. Rather than
Really?
Yeah, the MCU Spider-Man.
Shit.
Movies. Yeah.
Damn.
Which makes it funny because like when you go onto Disney Plus and you go onto like the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, there's a thing where it's like, oh, you can watch all the movies in chronological order for when they happen, and it starts with like Captain America: The First Avenger, and then ends with like an Endgame or whatever, or like
Nice.
yeah, it ends with Endgame, and you're like, something's missing. It's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man.
Right.
All right. So the last thing here before we're going to go to Q&A is, you know how Netflix, there's that joke about Netflix is like here's the manga anime adaptation, Netflix adaptation.
Yeah.
They're going to be developing a live action Gundam movie.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's what else at this
Like,
point.
that's believable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a live action Gundam ever in history?
I do not think so.
It's called Pacific Rim.
But what's interesting about this is that the director of Kong Skull Island is doing it.
Nice. That was a fun movie.
Yeah.
It was a great fun movie.
So that would be... It's going to be interesting. I mean, like, we already know that I think they finished filming on the Cowboy Bebop series that they're doing.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that goes.
Oh my god, wasn't did that live action Cowboy Bebop ever actually come out?
No, it hasn't come out because like I think they like just finished filming though.
Yeah, because John Cho got injured.
That movie was supposed to come out like more than a decade ago. Like what?
Yeah, it's
my goodness.
Yeah, but it's not a movie; it's a series for Cowboy Bebop.
They just gave up on the movie. Okay. That movie's just dead. They gave up.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have
That whole thing about a Cowboy Bebop movie that's completely different from what the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, a live action Gundam movie. I am honestly surprised it's taking this long for them to do Gundam because like It's just big CGI robots.
Right.
All right. Now let's do Q&A. We already have a lot of super chats here, so thank you all for the super chats.
Thank you all for the super chat.
If you want to ask a question, you can use a super chat or ask us on Twitter. Hopefully we can get through all of them so we can get to Twitter questions. So, first one from Editman says, thoughts on 3D and other movie gimmicks like Aromascope, like in Spy Kids 4, plaguing the movie theaters in the early 2010s. The early 2010s had a lot of weird trends when it came to movies. As far as like the 3D stuff, and also with TVs as well. Because TVs for a while, it was like, oh yeah, you can get a 3D TV and you can watch 3D movies, and then that just stopped.
Right.
It has never enhanced the movie experience for me ever, not even one time. So I think it's stupid, personally. I'm glad it's gone.
The only time 3D, I mean, I feel like they still do 3D, right? Like if you ask, like it's like, oh, this was in 3D. Yeah, I think they. Yeah, I think they do, because like the last time I saw, because I remember I saw fucking, what was it? Star Wars. Star Wars, only fucking showing they had was in 3D. So I was like, okay, fine, fuck it, just give me that. So yeah. So they still do it for all their movies. It's just not as like pronounced as before. But the last time I really enjoyed 3D for a movie was like one of the How to Train Your Dragons. Like How to Train Your Dragon in 3D was fucking phenomenal. Like that was just yeah, it enhanced it so much because like it actually felt like you were on a ride. Like it felt like you were on a ride.
I think it works a lot with How to Train Your Dragon because like there's a lot of that empty space around like Toothless, so it actually seems like Toothless is out of the screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like, that's good. Like, and even though we meme on it all the fucking time, Avatar, that was a cool thing seeing in theaters with the 3D and shit like that. Like that was
I never saw Avatar in theaters, so I saw it like much later, and I was like, why is this so like popular?
Yeah,
why was this?
Yeah, so I'll say like that. Yeah, the 3D is probably what sold that film, because like the 3D when I saw it in IMAX, that was an experience. I will say that. Like I talk shit about that movie all the time, but that was a pretty cool experience just being there. But like, yeah, How to Train Your Dragon in 3D was like, that enhanced the movie. That most definitely enhanced the movie.
I guess I had such a problem with it because like whenever I put on 3D glasses, like the thing that's being 3D-ified, if you will, it's fuzzy. It's fuzzier. Like you can, and it's like it just gets in the way. I'm like.
Also, it's dark too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that it's popping out at you, but it's like fuzzy, and you're like, this is definitely a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's weird because like 3D movies in theaters are always worse than like 3D like shorts that I see in theme parks. Because in theme parks, it seems like the 3D is much better for some reason.
Yeah, I feel like it's because like it's a short. It's supposed to entertain you as like fast as possible. So it's like they have ample time to like work on it. So like like
one of those like motion simulator rides where you go into a motion simulator and you put on 3D glasses in there, and it was like, oh, you're in there for like 10 minutes maybe. It's like exactly. Oh cool, it's like everything's actually like coming out.
Yeah, like the fucking SpongeBob one. Like that one's the most memorable. It's like, oh yeah, are you ready, kids? I can hear you. And he comes out and it's just like, what the fuck? And it just fucking grabs you and starts shaking you, and it's just like, oh god, yeah, that's crazy.
All right, another one from Batman. Worst fart jokes in movies or in animation. Worst?
You mean worst or best?
Worst.
Because I'm a fucking 30-year-old child. I'll say that. Like there is some fart jokes that make me laugh hard. Like there was this whole there's this movie called fucking Hall Pass. I guess this would be the worst because it was disgusting, but like it caught me so off guard because like the whole premise of the short is like this guy gets a hall pass where he can like date this woman while his wife dates someone else, and he is hanging out with this one girl, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna get sick. And then he's like, do you need to throw up? And so they go to the bathroom, and then she's just like, oh God, I'm gonna sneeze or some shit like that. And it's just like, are you okay? Do you need something? Do you need a tissue or something? Like, no, I'm sorry. When I sneeze, I'm gonna throw up. I can't explain it. But every time I sneeze, I always throw up. I don't know. And then she just sneezes and then she shits on the back wall. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was so out of nowhere. I cried laughing. I was wheezing. I was like, because it was one of those moments where like you're watching something and something is just so ridiculously asinine that it catches off guard. It caught me off guard. I laughed so hard. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. That was stupid. It was so painful. Yeah, that was terrible, but cracked me up.
That sounds really stupid, but I gotta see that.
It is really stupid. Yeah, I'll link it. Yeah, I'll link it for you. Yeah, it was so bad.
All right. Another one from Edit Man. Thoughts on big studios like Disney, Sony, Microsoft, etc. Buying and making deals with other studios. Concerning, but I would say with sometimes it is necessary because like a studio will just be, almost like on its last legs, dying, and then another bigger studio picks it up. So I'd say it's necessary in that aspect. In other aspects, I don't think so. But like with Microsoft buying a lot of stuff, they're buying stuff because they have to, because they have too much money. Literally, that's the reason why they're buying studios.
Right.
Oh,
damn.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Eddie Man saying favorite sci-fi movies / shows. Well, my favorite movie is Jurassic Park, and that's a sci-fi movie.
Technically, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it deals with like genetic engineering. So
there's no alien dinosaur. Shut up, Paleo.
it's science fiction.
Oh yeah,
it's not in space, so it's definitely not a horror movie.
Well, I'll say Alien then. I'll say Alien then. I love the Alien franchise, at least the first two movies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My favorite sci-fi.
Favorite sci-fi.
Paprika.
Paprika, yeah.
Movie or show?
I guess that counts, right?
Yeah.
You said, was it movie or show?
The movie.
Movie or show. It can be a movie or show.
I was asking if Paprika was a movie or a show. Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Well, then, like for me, it's easily Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2003 version. I love that shit by Gendy. That shit is fucking hype. General Grievous. Ugh, gotcha.
I like Starship Troopers.
That's a good end.
That one stands out for how wild it is and the drama that came from it, because like the director made the movie to mock the book. The person who wrote the book was a fascist, so the director is like, well, let's make fun of fascists because like the Federation is a totalitarian government, and people watch the movie going, I can't believe this director supports fascism. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm mocking it.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Right. Who watches that? Like, oh wow, I can't believe it. And it's like, dude,
people who don't know how to recognize satire.
Like the movie is so dark. And Red Letter Media did a what's that thing where it's like review, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Talked about it, and because at the very end, like you see the cycle of like just people throwing their lives away like fodder for the state, and it's like if you can't connect the dots at that point of the film, that this film is it knows what it's talking about. It's being meta. I don't know. Maybe you're dumb. Maybe maybe you should watch it.
Oh, you know what movie is like? I'm pretty sure like just actually not good. But I saw it at a time when I didn't know much about sci-fi at all. So all the tropes that it threw at me, I didn't know what tropes yet. So I actually kind of enjoyed it. That was a long preface, right? The Day After Tomorrow. I had a good time watching that movie. But apparently it's just trope after trope after trope.
Oh,
after
yeah.
trope. But like in 2004, I didn't know.
Yeah, The Day After Tomorrow was like, it's kind of the start of that trend of like big world-ending disaster movies, because a lot of those came out after that. Because before we had like disaster movies, where it was like, oh yeah, there's like one tornado or one volcano or like one storm. It was like, no, The Day After Tomorrow is fucking everything.
Yeah, exactly. But if you enjoyed it,
because like after that, like 2012 came out. It was like the fucking world's ending.
Yeah. I remember that shit. Did we ever catch Coney?
Stop.
Anyway, another one from Edit Man saying worst villains in animation history. Worst villains.
Worst? Do you mean like worst like that is generally terrible? Like what they're doing is awful, so I like them, or like worst is like I fucking hate this.
Yeah,
one?
I don't know. I don't know if like if worst as in like a villain
Terrible.
that's like really evil, or worst as in this is a terrible villain.
I'm gonna say written terribly. I think that's probably what they would ask.
Written terribly. God, there's like so many villains I just do not give a fuck about, but like everyone's like, oh, there's so
fucking Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No, that's not animation though.
There's animation in it, right? There's dragons.
Yeah, there's dragons.
Animated
but that
series.
is definitely one of the worst.
I know.
I could make all the DBZ fandoms.
Oh, you know what? I haven't even seen it, but I'm still gonna say it. What is it? Not Groot. What is wow? Despicable Me 3. What's that dude's name?
Oh,
which one?
Groot.
Bruce?
What? The
Gru.
evil dad.
Gru.
What is it?
Gru.
Not Gru. Yeah, I was like Groot is like Cardigan. Yeah, Gru's brother. Wasn't he like the
He's
worst?
fucking terrible. I hated him.
Oh no! Fuck that movie. Yeah, you got it right there.
I hated him so much. I hated him like way more than the Minions.
Oh no. There you go. I haven't seen that movie, but yeah, I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. That's it. Terribly awful bloody film, mate.
I think this is the last one from Ediman, at least in this string of super chats. Thank you, Ediman. You're a big supporter of the podcast. Says favorite summer blockbuster movies. Movies plural. So I mean, I can say Jurassic Park again. That's a summer blockbuster.
But did you see it in the summertime when you were? Yeah, you probably did. So.
I probably did. I don't remember it though.
Yeah. Iron Man was great seeing that in the summer. Dark Knight was great seeing that.
Yeah.
The Lion King came out in the summer.
I
don't remember that.
Boy. Like, what?
I mean, I saw it.
I think I have a vivid memory of seeing it in the theater, but I don't remember it at all.
I wasn't even 3. I was actually 2.
Yeah, because I was.
Okay, I'll say Jurassic World 2.
I like Jurassic World 1. Yeah, Jurassic World 1.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I literally thought you meant Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. Also.
It was Jurassic World 2.
I mean, all the Jurassic Park movies came out in the summer, so yeah, I'm gonna say all of them.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man was a good summer movie.
Oh yeah.
Did Lord of the Rings come out in the summer? I don't remember that. Saber.
The Lord of the Rings came out in the winter, I think.
December.
Yeah.
December, okay.
Because that was like a winter movie.
Yeah, that was a good ass winter movie.
I don't know. I don't remember what season these movies came out, and I was just like, I saw them in the theater. That's all I got.
Yeah, I remember that. It was good times. Good times.
From Ryan here, it says scenario: it's Friday night. You have 2 programming options: TGIF and Cartoon Fridays. You keep one individual show from each block. What are they?
I don't go to TGI Fridays.
TGIF is a block.
I thought it was a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't go to TGIF.
No, it was a block. It was a block on ABC. Remember?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Well, my answer is Cartoon Fridays.
Cartoon
No.
Fridays.
You keep one show from each block, and the one show I'm going to keep from each one, like Cartoon Fridays, and keeping Powerpuff Girls. From TGIF, I'm keeping Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Teenage Witch. Yeah, that was a good cartoon. That was a that was a good one.
I'm not keeping it because Boy Meets World is here. Boy Meets World is literally one of my favorite shows. So
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is
Sabrina's close. I do love Sabrina a lot.
Oh no! Don't ask.
I'm keeping Boy Meets World. Cartoon Fight is Powerpuff Girls.
Enigma Prince asking, as a follow-up from Jim's question from the last podcast, how would you rank each of your farts from holy F to not so awful? What, each of us?
Depends on my protein powder. Dude, if I have protein powder, that shit is like a bomb. Like you'll see like green mist like seeping out. It is like
Or
terrible.
is that
Man.
F or S? Where does it land?
Oh man.
I guess do it in terms of power. So S.
Yeah.
So your
dude.
protein powder part.
My protein powder
I hate
pisses me off.
it.
It's so bad.
An S. There you go.
From Brandon King, Infinity Train Season 4 out soon. Also, Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. But also, yeah, Infinity Train Season 4 comes out on Thursday. All of it.
Excuse me, you did not rank anyone else's farts other than Jack's.
I am not going to do that.
Yeah, Paleo's fucking nasty. He's like, leave it every day. It's just like
7 parts in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Edit Man, asking the worst films or shows your favorite actor/actress or voice actor was a part of. For me, it was Tara Strong in the Jay and Silent Bob animated movie.
Aww.
I mean, like, if you have a favorite voice actor, they probably
the voice actor's voicing a lot of shit.
Yeah, they like straight up will tell you that too. Like, yeah, just it was a job.
But as far as like live action actor/actress, because I really like Emma Stone, and she's going to be playing Cruella, and I don't think that's going to be good.
Cruella Deville.
My favorite voice actress is Jenny Slate. I'm sure she's been in something bad. I'm sure.
Yeah, fucking Zootopia, that bullshit.
Exactly.
Hey, it's Jim in the chat. He came right when the fart questions were asked. Perfect timing, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, she was Despicable Me 3. There you go. Okay.
Oh yeah, she was.
Amazing. She was an Alvin and the Chipmunks. Are the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie as bad as everyone says they are? Because I've never watched one.
Okay, so I have seen the first two. The first one, okay, honestly, I'll look at it like this. All right, so like, how do you feel about Alvin and the Chipmunks? Are you just like a casual fan of them?
I liked the cartoon when I was growing up.
Okay, yeah. So like, if you just go into it, it's just like, oh, what's this? Then it's just like, to me, like, it wasn't painful. It was just average. Like, okay, like I would not go to a theater to watch it, but like if I was going, like if it was on the TV and on, I was just like, okay, well, I think the third one and the fourth one are like terrible from what I've heard. If there's a fourth one, I don't know. I feel, yeah. Okay, so I've only seen the first two. The second one had the Chipettes in it, and they had that great, like, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it song, and that was, it was like, to me, again, if I was watching it on the TV, then I would not be like pissed off. It's just like, it's just it's a 3 a.m. show. It's a 3 a.m. show. You turn your brain off to, just like, okay, what is this? Yeah, that's it. 3 a.m. movie. Yeah, the vibe of 3 a.m. shows.
All right, Ryan Walterson asking to bring up what Toonjay said. Some of the few hour-long cartoon shows in America are the new Scooby-Doo movies and Justice League. I don't count the new Scooby-Doo movies because they call them movies.
They're movies. They're not shows. Okay.
For Justice League, did they have hour? Because I know they had hour-long episodes, but I don't know if they had like consistently hour-long episodes.
No, they have like 2-parters. What they would do is like they would have like hour. Yeah, like the first thing was like a 3-part.
Yeah, the first like premiere was like a 3-parter for Justice League.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with Foster's Home. If you want to do that,
Yeah.
like so many shows are specials. Like remember Good Wilt Hunting? This funny word, the way they did it. That was good.
Let's see, Mar Channels asking, what do you think about Amazon's brand new series Invincible? I watched a clip on YouTube and it looks amazing. Yes, it's really good. You should watch it.
Good.
Yeah, watch it.
It's very gory.
Yeah, it is very gory.
So if that's not your thing, it might be rough for you. But it is
don't
really
watch
good.
it with your kids. All right, could you imagine? Because it looks like fucking some Batman the Animated Series type show. So if like you just left a kid alone watching it, like, oh, this is cute. Especially that.
You find until like the last 5 minutes, and you're like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn. Let's see. Toonjay saying Zendaya is Lola, LeBron James is himself from that like Zendaya is Michi thing from the Smallfoot thing.
Oh damn.
Edit Man saying any girl from animation, anime, or video games you want to hang out with. I remember that tweet drunk Saber talked about this, or yeah.
Wait,
So I'm assuming this is just like not
Get
sexy
tea
time.
with. Get tea with.
Yeah. Okay. Get tea with
Hang out with.
Fluttershy.
Hang out with.
Fluttershy. That just seems like
Fine.
delightful. I think that'd just be like, hey, so how's your day? You know, like how's the animal farm? Oh, it's very nice. You know, you want to go back to my place so I can suck? Yeah. So
I still want to get tea with Bianca from the
Miss
Vesture.
Bianca?
Be delightful to speak with. I don't know.
But not. Wait, Bianca from Rescuers, right?
Yeah.
Down under.
What was that character's name? What, Jenna from Star Versus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seemed like she'd be fun to hang out with.
She fuck up everything.
Yeah, she would.
In trouble. Yeah, she would get you in trouble before the day is up. She's gonna make you pay for the dinner too. You think you're paying for that shit?
Let's see. Enigma Friends asking for Jax only. Create your multiversal turtles based off your big TMNT video, but each member of the turtles is from the 4 series, and pick their multiversal Splinter, April, and Shredder.
God, bro, you gotta put me on the spot like this. Okay, fine. All right, give me a second. Okay, 80s Michelangelo, fucking 2003. Yeah, 2003 Donatello. 2012 Raphael, and then Rise Leonardo, because I think it'd be hilarious because it's Ben Schwartz being Leonardo and the rest of them would be like, our Leonardo is competent. What the fuck? Who are you? So like that would be fucking hilarious, that dynamic. 2012 Splinter can be the leader. 2003 Shredder can be that one, and then 80s April because she's got big old titties and I like her. There you go. Boom. Yes.
Okay. Malik Webster saying G Savior took Gundam and somehow made the most boring episode of Star Trek ever. Also for Saber, have you heard of the Saga of Tanya the Evil? It's an isekai anime that has a World War I setting. I actually watched through that recently.
What's it called?
The Saga of Tanya the Evil. But yeah, I watched through it recently. I think you would think it's interesting.
This does look interesting.
Because it's like a very like historical type thing. Like it has countries that are not Earth, like not on Earth, but it's like you can tell like who's who, like who's supposed to be who for each of the countries.
She looks odd.
She's evil.
She looks evil.
She's Tanya.
So she's German.
Yes.
Those Germans.
Those Germans.
Interesting. Cool. I'll look into it.
And then last super chat here. From Ryan Walterson saying, today marks the 25th anniversary of James and the Giant Peach. Quick little retrospective. I first watched that movie over at my cousin's house, and I don't know what I watched at.
That movie scared me. The fucking rhino and the clouds and shit.
Right.
It fucking terrified the shit out of me every time it rained. I was fucking horrified.
I was a bit mesmerized though by the stop motion, where I was like, "This is kind of cool."
That peach looked good.
It did, right?
Even though I can't eat that shit, I die. But yeah, it looked good.
That film was. I actually discovered that there's a ripoff of that movie, and it's called
Really?
like, the Pretty Pair or something. And I was like,
The Pretty Pair.
I find it. I have it on my list somewhere here.
That's pretty funny. We actually have quite a bit of time for Twitter questions here, so let's go on there. Yeah, let us know what it's called for the James and the Giant Peach first off. But yeah, you ever get like those movies where you specifically remember where you watched it for the first time as a kid? Because for me, it was like, oh yeah, I remember like my cousin renting it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so true.
It's just called The Giant Pair.
The Giant Pair.
Yeah, The Giant Pair.
Let's see. Nathaniel Foga asking, do you guys believe the PS5 will be easier to purchase in the future? It depends on how far in the future you're talking about. In a couple months, no. This holiday, probably no. Next year, maybe.
Next year, I would say it's easier to purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not just like the shortage of like people wanting it. It's just for every electronic right now, semiconductor shortages, chip shortages, like that's not allowing a lot of product to be available. Like if you're trying to get like any computer parts right now, it's incredibly hard. What's your favorite food that heavily involves corn? From Rigid Rat.
I don't like corn.
Heavily?
I don't like corn at all.
Like corn, I guess.
I don't yeah, like a corn on the cob. I mean, that heavily involves corn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm indifferent to corn. I can leave it. Take it. I'm cool.
You can leave it or take it.
I like cornbread, I guess. What I like is something made with cornmeal, like Hush Puppies.
Okay, I like cornbread. Then yeah, but I do not like corn by itself. That is just meh.
Let's see. Oh, we got another super chat from Edaman. Says, yes, by worst villains, I did mean terribly written villains. Yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, the Gru's brother from Despicable Me 3 is like really
remains the answer.
Yeah. Let's see. If you guys could make real life look like any cartoon or anime, for fun, aesthetic, or cartoon/anime features, which would you pick? I would pick OKKO or One Piece for the aesthetic of what everything would look like.
Really, One Piece? Which arc of One Piece, please? Like, please Wano. Please say Wano. Please say the Wano arc. Okay.
Like, the party arc, and like, no, you're wrong.
No, please don't. Please don't. I love One Piece, but don't. No. What are you doing there?
Let people have their life. It's okay.
Yeah, true.
Interspecies reviewers.
Yeah, interspecies reviewers are Monster Musume. Interspecies
you want to have the interspecies review? There wouldn't be any interspecies. It's just the art style of it. So you'd have the humans looking like
big old titty humans.
Yeah.
Like would it be like a genjutsu where we just see every like woman like that? That'd be terrible. That would just be like that would be tiring day after day. Like shit, dude. Come on. Titties today.
Probably Ernest and Celestine. Just have my whole life to be like just that watercolor aesthetic. Yeah, I'm here for that.
Oh, Race would say Zootopia.
He likes that CGI shit. All the anthros.
Okay. What would it look like? Because there's no humans in Zootopia, so like.
Oh.
What would it look like?
We got another super chat from Malik Webster saying thoughts on Adult Swim Jr. From my dude in the chat. Oh yeah, that was their April Fool's joke this year.
That was good. Yeah. They are freaking goats at April Fools. Like everything, they are so great. Like that was hilarious. They got actual kids to voice over it, and then they replaced all like inappropriate stuff. It was hilarious. That was genius.
From Kevin, are you familiar with the waifu chart where people have drawn MLPG4 characters, mostly the females, and there's two categories: not doing harmful things to your waifu and doing hurtful things to your waifu. There's also dubs of the latter two on YouTube. What?
No, I've
not heard of that. I know this is weird, but which do you find funnier? Scrunched up face Kermit or Kermit being angry? For me, it's Kermit being angry, but seeing scrunched up Kermit is still really funny.
The former. Scrunched up Kermit is fun.
I like when he's angry. It's like, why, of course it's round and an orange. It's an orange. It's an orange. Yeah, shit's hilarious. That was great.
Let's see. From Santos Lane. What was your guys' first Blockbuster rents? I remember distinctively seeing Cooler's Revenge on the shelf and freaking out, yelling, "Freeze his brother," and got scolded.
Yeah, that was a good one. Cooler's Revenge is a good one, but I always bought those movies.
I have to remember the name of it.
My first Blockbuster. The thing is, like, despite how popular Blockbuster was, I never had one near me. It was always Hollywood Video or a mom and pop shop.
Mm-hmm.
Which a mom and pop shop was like part of my town for the longest time, and that's where I would rent movies from. And I would
Right.
always rent like, the Land Before Time sequels there.
Yes, I have an urge to rewatch like 8 of them. I know there's more than 8, but specifically 8 of them. I don't know why. I don't want to watch 14. I just want to watch 8. So yeah.
There was some fighting game on the Sega Genesis, and I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me because I was like 4.
I can't remember. I just remember like Puppet Master. Yeah, horror movies like that. So yeah, that's what I used to watch.
Okay, there's a question from John. What is the most important cartoon in history? Mine is Looney Tunes, The Simpsons, Ren and Stimpy, and Dexter. Also, favorite Looney Tunes shorts, not Rabbit Fire Trilogy or What's Opera Dog?
Most important cartoon?
Dragon Ball Z, because it made me buff. So fuck y'all. I don't care if it's not a cartoon.
Like important to us, like objectively important.
I don't know, Gertie the Dinosaur? That's like one of the first cartoons ever.
I think Looney Tunes is exceedingly, exceedingly, and also extraordinarily important.
Felix the Cat was really important until Mickey came along.
Mm-hmm.
Not Mickey, really, Oswald was also before Mickey.
Yeah, Looney Tunes, if it's objectively, I know Looney Tunes isn't the answer, but that's the one that's coming to mind. That's a really hard and needs research question. Like,
Saber, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Google, do your thing.
You're like, that's me doing my thing. Yeah. What's the most, I guess, objectively important cartoon in history?
Objectively?
Space Jam. Lola Bunny. There you go. Fine. I win.
I'm curious.
Johnny Test.
I mean, if you're, it's tough, but I feel like Steamboat Will is probably like one of the most important because that was like the moment where Disney was like, "Holy shit, we're here to play," and did run the gambit ever since. Well, they're starting to. Their group's been loosened up a bit more since, but I know that Gertie is important. You know what's crazy about Gertie? Because I read that like when it came out, folks are like, "That's kind of cool," and no one really cared or. Until like 20 years later, where folks are like, "How the fuck did he do this?" I thought animation was just kind of like, "Oh, that's a cool trick."
Trick.
For kids,
I slaved hours over this.
Reading how some folks are like, a trick, but like to the experts at the time, they're like, "How the fuck did you do this? Like, this is next level shit, literally." And not even like, because it's not even like, when it's like, "Oh, this is a new medium that humans are creating," and it's like, "No, you're getting there. You're moving sticks around or something." It's like, "Oh, this motherfucking guy with an animation, moving in the same picture." It's like, what, dude? That's nuts. That was what was it, 1915 when he did that?
It was sometime in the 1910s when Gertie the Dinosaur came out.
It was goddamn 1914. It was right when World War I started. That's fucking. That's bonkers. That's insane. Yeah. Maybe you're right, Bailey. Maybe it is Gertie.
See, from Ozial, will you be sad or happy that Infinity Train will be concluded its final season this week?
Both.
Yeah, both. Like, because it's like almost like we're ending at the halfway point of where they wanted to.
Right. He said he had enough ideas for 8 seasons, so that's a little bit of a bummer because it is a really, really good show. Things need to end also. Yeah. At least it'll end with quality, right? So.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Seeing it if season 4 isn't trash.
It can't be. I'm in it.
You're right.
Waddle's asking, favorite Canadian cartoons that aren't MLP related?
Wow, how are you gonna just like okay. Favorite MLP or favorite Canadian cartoon other than your favorite Canadian cartoon?
Right.
I never remember which ones are Canadian. Oh god.
I have an answer. Ed and Eddie.
It's definitely gotta be Ed and Eddie, right?
Yeah. Canadians are weird.
Yeah, Canadians are weird. Yeah. Yeah, Double D, an elephant never forgets, but I forgot what the elephant
I
was.
forgot about Ruby Gloom entirely.
Oh yeah, Ruby Gloom. Yeah, Ruby Gloom's great.
Yeah,
Not my
Miz was the
favorite.
best character in that show. That poor girl needs a hug.
She needs a hug for certain. Arthur's Canadian. It's gonna be Ed and Eddie. I don't even know why I'm looking anymore.
It's Canadian.
Ozzy asking again, are you guys concerned about Sony buying Crunchyroll after delay of the deal and Sony becoming a monopoly of anime? At least in the West. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, Crunchyroll. So Sony owns now both Crunchyroll and Funimation.
So they can finally do what Verve did and fucking put them both together now.
Yeah,
do that shit.
Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna do that, if they are gonna do that.
Do it. Fucking just make a streaming service called Anime or I don't know. Well, here's fucking I don't know. Anime. I don't know.
They just can't get the stuff that's on Netflix because Netflix has deals with a bunch of other
buy Netflix. Everyone's buying everyone anyway.
Netflix.
So they can't buy Netflix. They don't have that much money. Like they literally just made a deal with Netflix to put their movies on Netflix.
What was that thing you said, Paleo, about anime and like cartoons that look like anime that Netflix is doing? So it's just like the lip flaps.
Yeah.
So like if like an anime, they'd be like, "Hey," or some shit like that.
I found out recently. I think it was like on a different stream we were doing. Is that the reason that they're like that is because they do the animation in anime first. They don't do the voices first, like the way we do it in the West.
Oh, it's over here. Yeah, because they add like the thing in the like voice box. They add the emotions and stuff like, what? I can't believe it.
Yeah, so that's so weird to me. How like they start with the animation and then dub it.
Well, it's so weird to me that like because I know there are certain times they do otherwise. I can't remember the specific video. There was this guy who did this phenomenal video like talking about like how sometimes they do it other ways, but that's very rare and far in between. But like sometimes I guess it can sort of make sense because like me and my friend Katie, or our friend Katie, I can say that now, will watch this like voice actor anime, and they actually go about like what it takes to be a voice actor in anime. And what they do is they'll like give the character, they're like, okay, so this is going to get an anime. We want you to read this manga, look at what the character does, how they act, like what type of voice would you give them? And so then they record it. And then if they like that voice for that character, they're like, okay, do that. But then like it varies, of course, because there's anime only stuff and other stuff. So like it really depends. But sometimes they'll just show them like a picture of what the character is and then just, do it. But it is crazy how they do it like beforehand. Like, we're just going to.
Yeah, because like it seemed like that was just a universal thing in animation for the longest time, that you do the script, you record the voices, and then you animate.
Exactly.
But I guess they just don't do that in Japan, so.
I guess
not. From Rigid Rat, if you could have any Pokemon as a pet, which one would you pick?
Will it obey me?
That's so dangerous. Pokemon is so dangerous.
I mean, I know, but like, do they obey you? Like, that's the thing. Like would they obey you?
They obey you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like I would say Meowstic, but like if it messed up, then I would die. I would say Jolteon, but if it messed up, I would die. Like
I would not want any electric Pokemon just because of that reason.
Right.
I would want my favorite Pokemon, Dragonair, though it's gonna be a life-size one though. So
yeah, where would you put it?
Yeah. So if not Dragonair, I'll pick Snivy. I love Snivy.
I guess like Mienshau's not dangerous, right? I'd take a Mienshao. They can't just mess up and kill you, right? I don't think.
Yeah, Lugia. I can ride on its back.
Where are you gonna put
Lugia? Is really
Yeah, he's really big.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he can stay in the backyard. Go off and eat dolphins. Whatever he eats. I don't know.
He'll take up the backyard.
Fine. Yeah, you're right. Mewtwo then. Mewtwo can be a roommate.
Just a
Mew,
roommate.
Mew. Yeah, Mew can be a roommate. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
You just walk in and Mewtwo, you're just like, you went in, son. He's just like playing Overwatch on his computer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, with his little stubby hands or whatever they are.
Oh my god, so crazy. Oh, they can't.
I gotta make a thumbnail.
With somebody.
I gotta make a thumbnail for that. It was like with YouTube playing Overwatch with like your winning son.
I just like, if somebody could, without Nintendo getting mad at them, make a comic just like everyday life with Mewtwo. Just Mewtwo's your roommate. I would love.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would read that.
Fan comics are still a thing. They don't really take those down.
Okay.
Yeah, like they don't really go out after fan art that much unless it's like something very specific, like something recently that happened actually.
Well, the Animal Crossing fucker.
What?
That one? Do you remember that Animal Crossing shit last year where the person, Hero, you remember that? Where the person was like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this, selling this in this way. And they're like, oh, it doesn't matter because.
Oh, yes, that one, yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
There's something
that was on Twitter.
Wait, what happened?
Someone on Twitter. Someone on Twitter was promoting their Etsy on like an official Nintendo like.
Oh yeah, that's a mistake.
Like,
don't even. That. Yeah, don't do that. But the other thing that happened recently is like there was like an edit of Fury Bowser from Bowser's Fury and Super Mario 3D World, of Bowser with a massive cock like in a 3D model, and Nintendo took it down. It was like, well, I guess it's canon now.
That's what happens. They take it down.
Is that the rule?
Yeah, if Nintendo acknowledges it, it's canon.
Yeah, like that fucking that Wabbit short you hate. It's just like, you got a tight little man. That one, like, apparently that quote unquote canon because Warner Brothers claimed it as like uploading their work. So it's just like, okay.
It's official.
Gensha was 4.5 feet tall. I just like looked over at my door. I was like, could you imagine if a Gensha just like dude just walks in? I'm just like, yeah, you're pretty tall. That's a pretty tall living being inside of your house.
Right.
Yeah, I think I could handle a Snivy. I think Snivy's like a foot or something. I don't know.
Look.
Let's see. Snivy height.
Snivy height.
Oh,
yeah,
he's taller than I thought he was.
Yeah, 2 feet. Okay.
Motherfucker's 2 feet tall. He looks like this tall, like in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, Snivy. I can deal with Snivy. You can.
I
live in a forest around like the trees and grass and stuff. He'll be fine.
He would be like half a foot tall. This dude's 2 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, from Bang All Machines. Going off of Jax's TMNT video, a question: if the show is 70% great and 30% terrible versus a show that's good all the way through and gets better but never as great as the previous 70% greatness of the other show, which show is better to y'all?
Well, I have my opinion from that fucking video. So yeah, it's just like that. Again, like to me, I'll just say my thing, then I'll let y'all go ahead. It's just that whole thing with like a pizza to me. Like if you are forced to eat a pizza and you get like $10,000 for the week to finish it and shit like that, and then you get a pizza that's like, oh, this is the most delicious pizza I ever had, and then the last 2 slices are covered in shit, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? And it's gonna make you like why did I keep eating? But if you're eating a pizza that's like good and consistently gets better as you're eating it, it's like, oh man, I have a fonder memory of the one that consistently got better versus the one that was like, man, this is great. What the fuck? Like, that's my opinion on it.
I missed the question entirely. I was looking at people's Pokemon. What was the question?
It says if a show is...
It was saying...
Yeah, you can go ahead and explain it.
Okay, so basically what they're asking is they said if a show is 70% great, but the last 30% of it is like terrible, but versus a show that is good and gets better as it goes along, but it's never as great as the first 70% of that other show, which show is better to you?
The latter. I
The latter?
yeah, the latter, I think.
Okay. Paleo.
I think it really
Because-
depends. Because like,
Hmm.
as far as like the pizza analogy goes, like, but what if like one of those shitty slices is like in between, not like the last.
Oh, no,
yeah, not like the last two, like Game of Thrones. Like,
Oh, so you mean like 1987? So okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, because again, for how I said in my video, for me personally, this is how I look at it. So you guys have your own opinions. It's completely fine. I look at it like this. Like, I think 2003 is a much better show in those first 5 seasons. I think is like great, but if I'm looking at the entire thing overall, then those last 2 seasons really damage the previous rounds to me. Like, in my personal opinion, like if I was like, especially if you're watching it all the way through at one time, like if you just watch the shitty section, if you just watch.
I think it depends on like where those seasons are, because like with ponies, like it's like season 6, like isn't that great. But then right after season 7 is like, oh, season 7 is really good. So.
Yeah. Season 7 and 8 and 9, they saved it. That is the show that saved this point. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think it depends, honestly.
Okay. Saber's just giggling. Storm.
Santos Lane asking, this is for Jack's Blade, but what was your reaction with Luffy and Zoro's hockey moment, which is funny since you made the hockey video last week.
Yeah, timing. It was cool. It was fucking awesome how like he was like, oh, I can coat my entire body and conquer. Spoiler! Oh shit! Whatever. Yeah, so there you go. It was like, yeah,
dang.
Yeah, no. I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty hype. If anyone cares about One Piece, which I'm pretty sure 90% of y'all don't, but it's okay. Yeah, it was hype. It was hype as fuck.
Ryan Walterson says a second TV block question, Disney edition. You have the Disney afternoon and Disney's first one Saturday morning. Which show do you keep from each?
Recess. No, I mean, no. Kim Possible was on.
Yeah, Kim Possible wasn't one Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was like Friday afternoons. Fuck. Gargoyles. Yeah, Gargoyles takes this. I live again.
I don't think I watched enough of it, like each block, to really say which one.
I don't think I have either. Yeah, we gotta create Animation Jeopardy and just put Ryan Walterson on. He'll be like the next Ken Jennings.
Right. That'd be great.
Deli18 here says thoughts on Microsoft being in talks with buying Discord for more than $10 billion. I hope they don't.
10 billion? Fuck, man.
$10 billion. Do you know how many bananas you get for $10 million?
Bananas, why is that the currency? Why is that the thing you went to?
Kong, man. I'm allergic. I can't eat this shit, but that monkey eats it all.
Yeah, please don't. That's how I feel. I just don't want Microsoft dipping their hands, because Discord is like, at least for a while now. They had that thing with stocks that kind of looked bad, but aside from that, they've been a company that I like actually trust, which is crazy because there's no other company that exists that I have trust for except Discord. But if they got bought by Microsoft, and I'd be like, well, throw that in the trash.
Why Skype go downhill again? What was wrong? I don't remember. Nasty.
Microsoft bought. They slowed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Shit.
Kevin, as his second question, was there a character or two you wanted to clock in the face, or at least yell at, for how they treated someone else in animation or movies? I would go with. I would go with Abacus Cinch and Sunset Shimmer during friendship games with how they treated poor Saitwai.
What did Sunset do? What happened?
I don't remember.
I don't remember what Sunset did. I know that like the principal of like the Crystal Prep or whatever was like forcing Saitwai to like
Sci-fi Twi.
Yeah, use her like magic or whatever.
I don't remember friendship games very much.
Yeah, that is the only one I know. I can remember like every bit of like the first Equestria Girls, the second one, and even the camp one, but I do not remember much about the fucking. that one.
But as far as like characters,
The guy from Invincible, I want to punch him in the face.
Oh yeah, Rex.
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that little.
He even has the voice where it's like, fucker.
Yeah, you know, always that guy too. He's in
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I'm sick of him getting work, but
Parks
shit.
and Rec, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was in that.
Yeah. He's like the stingy business owner or something.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he's in so much. I mean, like, props to him for getting all this work this time. But I've heard him in like 5 different shows. Like, seriously, like, seriously, it's like ridiculous.
I wonder how he feels about that. It's like, hey, you're typecasted as the annoying character that everyone wants dead.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I mean, he gets paid, so it's just like pays the bills. Shit.
I was trying to think if there's some other characters that like annoyed me because of how they treated other characters.
Rainbow Dash, bitch.
Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck her.
He's right.
Decker right in the
Sunset.
schnoz.
Sunset yelled at Sideswipe for the whole portal plants getting loose and endangering her friends, says Kevin. I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I believe you.
That sounds valid if she's yelling at her
Oh
friends.
yeah,
like sucking them in.
during the whole like games thing. Okay, yeah.
I remember there were plants, like they were doing like little events or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then like interfered with one of their events or something, and I was like, how is this fair? That did happen. I think
Yeah.
Okay.
That happens a lot at times with like cartoons where it's just, I just want to beat the shit out of this guy. Well, there is someone I'm thinking of right now who's like, it's like he's hiding in my brainstem, like running away from the idea of me hitting him. It's like, I see this figure and it's like, come on. God, I really want to punch this dude. Fuck. You win this time, you motherfucker.
All right. That was all the Twitter questions.
What was Lars?
Lars?
Like Twister's brother.
From Rocket Power?
Yeah. He's a Twister. Come on, man. You want to punch me here? It's not she. Let's go, bro. Come on.
Most of the cast of Rocket Power, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude, major beef. And here, just slap the shit out.
Stop talking like that.
Oh my god. Actually, you know who the number one from Rocket Power to want to deck in the face is Mackenzie. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them.
The obnoxious child.
Dude.
Well.
Oh my gosh, Flunky64 said Brian Griffin. Yeah. I do want to punch Brian too.
Yeah, exactly.
All the later seasons, Brian, though, he was fine before he was just asinine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine before it turned into like a furry for fucking Seth MacFarlane. Just be like, oh, this is my political blues and blah, 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 and shit like that. It's just like, shut the fuck up, Seth. Just
Right.
It's weird because like he used to actually be smart. Now he's like just unsmart that thinks he's smart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
How time takes its toll. Oh god, hi.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for Twitter questions and all of our super chats. So the next show is going to be on the 26th, and that'll be the last show of the month. But we got one more super chat here from Ryan, saying,
Of course.
favorite song in a Cartoon Network show, theme song or musical number from a Cartoon Network show. I mean, I love the Powerpuff Girls like ending theme and like the intro.
Oh, I thought he meant like a musical number, like a sing along. Like, I fucking love. There's a scene from Batman: Brave and the Bold where the Music Meister shows up and starts making the villains and heroes sing, and it's just like, what the fuck? And it's just like the tumble, and it's just like, did you sing that bit? It's like, of course I did not. Wait, yes I did. And he starts singing this whole thing, and it's just like, it's fucking great. I love it.
What did Batman Beyond premiere on? Was it on Cartoon Network?
It was on WB.
It was. I think it was on. Well, for me, I guess it was different because I was in England, so yeah, it was on both.
I don't know if Batman Beyond premiered on Cartoon Network, then definitely that one.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
that's a good ass theme.
But yeah, like the credits theme for Powerpuff Girls. I really like that song.
Awesome commander and the leader. She is the joy and the laughter. Buttercup, she'll beat your ass real fast now. That is the
Oh
thing.
shit! No, everything stays from fucking Adventure Time. Yeah, there you go. That one.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I was
the universe in the songs. Yeah.
I liked it when Greg Universe sang the Kid Bop song.
Yeah. All the small thing. Come on, sing it, Savory. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. But yeah, Steven Universe is sitting there like, Dad, stop.
Dad, stop.
Come on, Stew Ball. Wet ass, come on, Stew Ball. Yeah, that's what you should call this video. Wet ass pussy for Steven Universe. Simple as that.
There's some doors in this house. Whatever the fuck.
Oh my god. Keep that pull-up game weak. Just keep that line.
Okay, yeah. Next podcast on the 26th. We'll see you then. What comes out then? Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat will be coming out.
Yay!
We'll be talking about that next time. All right. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.